This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Bioinvest Israel Conference in Haifa, Israel, 2012. I have Dr. Kenny Davin Fine of EnteroLab.com, a private company. Doctor, welcome to SNNLive.
Glad to be here. Thanks.
It's good to have you. Tell me the story of Entero.
EnteroLab is a fascinating story. I'm an academician, gastroenterologist by training, and we made a breakthrough in my research at my former hospital, and we've discovered that gluten sensitivity that people are hearing so much about is not just a disease called celiac disease anymore, and there was no technique to diagnose non-celiac gluten sensitivity until my technique developed such from stool testing, and I found it to be so prevalent and could help so many people. I gave up my academic career to start EnteroLab and my nonprofit public health institute called the Intestinal Health Institute.
Okay, I got it. What are you doing about it?
Well, what we did and what I did in 2000 when all this started was that we revolutionized the idea of clinical laboratories and made it a public access process so that people at home could access the testing, they could order it themselves, they could, we send them a kit, they send it back. It's actually stool testing, so nobody wants to talk about that, but it's the most easily obtained home specimen for food sensitivity, and it's the most sensitive because the intestine is where your food is.
Okay, so once tested, what do you recommend based on what you find?
Well, we test for a variety of foods, up to 15 foods. Gluten is the king, dairy is the queen of food sensitivity. We do functional testing of absorption, of colitis, parasite testing, pancreatic function testing. And the main thing that seems to be driving most of our clients to come to us is this epidemic of gluten sensitivity. And if indeed we find them to be sensitive, we give them instructions on what to eliminate from their diet, and then they follow a gluten-free diet plus eliminating any other suspect foods. And in due time, they feel better, they get better from objective retesting, and the list of associated conditions with gluten sensitivity is a mile long.
What are the symptoms?
Well, the primary symptoms can be intestinal, such as what is called the irritable bowel syndrome. And I always say, if your doctor tells you you have irritable bowel syndrome, ask them what's making it irritable. And the answer, in about 60% of the time, is gluten. So it could be abdominal bloating, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, fatigue, headaches. You can have a long list of autoimmune syndromes like hypothyroidism, autoimmune hepatitis, migraine headaches, psoriasis, goes on and on.
Where's the company located?
We're based in Dallas, Texas.
So what are you doing here in Haifa?
Good luck, as I said. One thing led to another, and I was invited to come speak, and did so today. And I'm here, actually have patents on the technology in Israel, as well as the U.S. and the European Union, Australia, Canada. And really I'm here to try to spread the goodness of what we do. I am hoping to find not so much investors, because we're fully a profitable company today, but what I would like to find is franchisees, people that want to replicate what I did in these other countries and use our model.
We're US-based, servicing citizens in the U.S. and North America, probably in South America, right?
Well, we actually service the whole world right now. Our specimens are stable enough when sent frozen, in the frozen state. They're thawing as they come to us in a day, usually, and by the time they hit our lab, they're ready to process, and most of our clientele is in the U.S., but we do have international clientele. However, if indeed we can expand into the places where this is a major problem, and it's mostly the Caucasian and Middle Eastern countries, so Europe, the Middle East, and North and South America.
What's your website again?
EnteroLab.com.
That's ENTERO Lab.com. Dr. Kenny Davin Fine from EnteroLab.com. I want to thank you for coming on to It's an interesting story, I got to tell you.
Thank you. That's only half the story, by the way. The other half's no less interesting. But I'm sure we don't have time to talk about it all.
We'll come back.
We'll
come back for the second half.